Okay folks, just on a almost an aborted watercolour for Patreon. But now I'm back, my head's into oils, I must say. Right, this is going to be a brush painting. I want a sort of a Norfolk design, sort of a seagull-esque. Bit of a working on a seagull here, like a bit of a fence. Not sure about that, but a bit of a bank and marsh grass. And okay, something like that, with a bit of the coast. The coast in Norfolk is quite high. It's the highest part, or Cromer is the highest part of East Anglia, which is a county containing Essex, Suffolk and Norfolk. It's very lovely, beautiful, gentle countryside. But the coast itself, on the north coast in the Wash, bordering Lincolnshire, we've just got this slight hills. So palette, cadmium yellow, pale yellow ochre, cadmium red for the sky, ultramarine and red ochre and Payne's grey. I like Payne's grey. I prefer it to black, although Payne's grey is a bit better suited to this. But trouble is with Payne's grey and black, you have to control it because it can get in everything and turn everything dull. So bit of oil. It's mixed with was from yesterday. Yeah, it's all getting a bit gooey in the bottom of this lid, but it's ordinary linseed oil, well, good quality linseed oil, and a few drops of fast drying medium or fast drying linseed oil. I've got a new one here ready to go. But you can use this neat, but it will dry very quickly, but it's expensive. Linseed oil is not expensive, and a few drops of that in your few drops of linseed oil just helps it dry. So okay, let's get a sky. So we'll have a bit of blue, bit of Payne's grey, bit of white. See what happens with the Payne's grey, such a white, it kills the brightness of the blue. I just prefer oil painting to any other form of medium. Because the interesting blues. Okay, quite like that. Cloth, clean, clean my brushes. I clean my brushes at the end of the painting with dishwasher liquid, or washing up liquid. I just drag the oil out of the bristles. It saves dipping it into solvents to clean your brush, which are not very good for us. So let's have a bit of red, bit of ochre, I like a low, or some light on the horizon, because it gives opportunity to counter change. What's that? Hello, it's raining. Okay, I quite like that. That's quite impressionist. Now I'll get a brush for some trees. Oh, but before I do, I'll just put in a bit of a background. Too pink. Well, we do need the rain. We've had some lovely weather of late. Okay. Get some trees in there. Oh, I'll just indicate my river. Okay, there's my river. I'll modify that later. Right, so we'll get some trees in. So Payne's grey seems to dry quite quickly. So that a bit more colour in. Okay. Whatever. I think we can put a bit of a field going through there, I think. So let's catch a bit of light, so a bit of yellow ochre, a bit of yellow, sort of that. Sorry, my head's in the way. I do these size, these are 10 by 8s, so that I can pin, well, for two reasons. One, I've got a frame that fits it, and I can show the mixing. So we'll just get a bit of a I might not put a little fence in there, or I might just okay, so okay, let's just rough this in. Well, it's a bit of that river, or that stream. A bit of shadow. A bit of dark over there. Put a dark foreground in, and then we can counter change light against that. Same over the other side, bit of white, just to moderate it a little bit. Sort of marsh grass, because he's on Norfolk after all. I could do with some black tape there, couldn't I? It's looking as if it's a white border on the paint, actually on the painting. I need a bit of a bluey shadow in some of this here. Just blue it a bit. Send it back a bit in the landscape. Right, now I've got to be a bit careful here. There's some lovely green in there. I'll use my brush when I find it right in front of my nose. I just use reading glasses, and I haven't had my eyes tested for years, since I left the army. Okay, now we're just a bit of texturing in the landscape. So, what sort of a rush colour? Oh, just tamping. But we want the light tops of the grass to go across. These are just the tips of the grasses. And old Patsy the dog next door is yapping away. She's a lovely looking dog, so very yappy, but very beautiful. A jet black long-haired sort of spaniel bitch. Right, let's build up this I'll put a bit of yellow in this, or a bit of green. I've noticed in our boardwalk in Mordenhall Park, it's a wetland because we're in the Wandle Valley. It's only a chalk stream, but the water table is quite high. Not on our, we're up a bit of a hill, but generally the water table all through the parks, Mordenhall Park, Carshalton Park, Beddington Park, the River Wandle, or it's a stream here, well, quite a big stream, tends to be very close to the surface of the land. And Mordenhall Park is no exception. In fact, it's got lots of little tributaries, that's a good word for a Sunday morning. And somebody said, well, Annette, no poppies. No, there aren't any poppies because poppies tend to be in rough ground and usually turned over ground. But we all know that. But it was sort of a bit of a joke, actually. Just a little bit of blue shadowy colour. But we do have the odd iris. They're very nice. Right, let's get a bit of we want that shadowy colour. Right, now not sure I got this right. Yeah? Need some blue. Right, let's get a bit of a dark green. Just red, blue and yellow. Bit of oil. A bit better. I think we've got not a very good shape on that water. Just checking that stream across there a little bit. Now that's all the dark colour here. Let's get some of that mauvey colour in there. Might show the river stream going around the corner. I don't think I can do much more than that. Might be able to show a little bit of this worked yesterday. Okay, well that'll do. A little bit dark back down here. No, still not contrasting. Counter changing. Ah. I think if I just put a bit of a knife through that, I'll find it. This is in desperation. Bit of blue. Okay, I'm going to let that go. I'll put it in a mount. Let's remove this. And that's it for the weekend.